Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Check out this piece from Daily Hodl. And I gotta admit, this kind of caught me off guard late yesterday. I didn't have an opportunity to mention it, but I tell you, Twitter, the Twitter sphere within the XRP community, was kind of wondering what the hell was going on when all this happened here. So here's the title: Massive Ripple Rebrand. Cripple Startup Drops References to XRP-powered xRapid, xCurrent, and xVia from its website. And so I was already done for the day, and I didn't have an opportunity to dig in, so I looked into a little bit further today, and sure enough, there have been some changes here. So I'm going to be diving into that. I'm also going to be getting into a piece towards the end of the video that I found fascinating, titled Venezuelans Will Soon Be Able to Make Crypto Payments. Now, before we get rocking and rolling here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, well, happy to have you here. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. It's a pretty good way to spend your time. So let's dig into this first piece here. Ripple appears to be quietly rolling out a major rebranding. The San Francisco startup has removed nearly all references to its three main cross-border payment products from its website: xCurrent, xRapid, and xVia. Ripple appears to be streamlining its message by shining the spotlight on RippleNet, which is the umbrella name for the 200-plus companies that utilize Ripple's cross-border payments technology. And that's absolutely correct. So RippleNet, you could be just on xCurrent, or you could be on xCurrent and xRapid. Okay. I'm not sure if some people, maybe most of us get it, but there are those new people here too. Like, what does RippleNet encompass? Well, there. Now you know. It can be either, or both. All right. Anyway. Most of those customers use Ripple's payment messaging system, which has long been branded as xCurrent. As for the company's XRP-based payment solution, xRapid, Ripple appears to have renamed the technology using the term on-demand liquidity. A new page details how Ripple customers can use on-demand liquidity to source liquidity through the digital asset XRP, with an image that shows the same functionality as the XRP-based xRapid. International payments, especially in emerging markets, require businesses to hold pre-funded accounts in destination currencies. It's a costly endeavor that ties up resources. RippleNet provides an alternative. While any financial institution on the network enjoys reliable, instant, and lower-cost transactions, those who use the digital asset XRP to source liquidity can do so in seconds, freeing up capital and guaranteeing the most competitive rates available today. And then they've got a little image here, which indeed looks just like what you'd expect it to. Just doesn't say xRapid right here. Ripple's jobs page continues to reference xRapid in listings that were posted prior to the website's recent overhaul. References to Ripple's third main product, xVia, also appear to have been removed from Ripple.com. The company's enterprise API solution is designed to make it easy for companies to move payments in and out of emerging markets. So far, Ripple has not commented on the changes. I wish they had commented on the changes, because I just want some clarity around what the thought process is here. So I'm hoping at some point that will be brought up. But indeed, here's Ripple's website, and it's a nice looking website. I do like the refresh. So if you go up here and you highlight Payments Network, you can see to the right. So it's not like they're hiding anything about XRP. But indeed it says, on-demand liquidity, use the digital asset XRP to source liquidity on demand and avoid pre-funding. And so going through the page, this section of the website used to have indeed the logos with xCurrent, xRapid, and xVia, but functionally the way it's described here, it's different, but they're still, like it said in the article, they are highlighting specifically what XRP does. And then they have a section here titled More on XRP, and I clicked on this. That's just snazzy looking. I like that. That little wireframe thing moving around all in 3D. I'm impressed. I'm going to buy XRP now. Anyway, but sure enough, they got everything that was on the website before as it pertains to XRP, content-wise, it's still here. So it's not like they got rid of that, but I do kind of wonder what the intent is behind this, because functionally, especially if you're selling it to customers, they just think it's easier to get the messaging out in this capacity, because you still need to explain what RippleNet is and how the software works, even if you're no longer going to use the terms xCurrent, xRapid, and xVia. So I don't know if it's a good idea or not. They seem to think so that's cool. I mean, they're smart people. They know what they're doing. But I would love to hear the rationale behind it, because that's something that just is not available to the public. So let's go ahead and jump on over here, because I was tagged in this. Check out this thread. This is a Twitter thread on the topic by XRP Twin, at XRP Twin. Tweeted this out and tagged me along with some other XRP community members. At Joel Katz, that's David Schwartz, Ripple CTO. Is it true? No more xCurrent, xRapid, xVia, only on-demand liquidity. Is this the theme of this year's swell? And I wonder if indeed we won't hear something about it from swell. And so here's the response. This is a short thread I just wanted to share with you. Somebody named Placed on Hodl wrote in response to that, if I had to take a stab at this, it would be a consolidation of the products into one product. This will help save some confusion for the user. RippleNet now has all products baked in, and the user chooses what kind of path the payments take, on-demand liquidity being one option. Right. And so you certainly can frame the technology that way. It seems to me, they especially in early days, probably when they were first really developing this technology, banks were so anti-crypto that in order to sell it, I could see how it would make a lot more sense to completely have the product separate, and they've said as much in the past. I'm just wondering if the reason that they don't feel a need to position it in that way any longer is because things have evolved, and perhaps business entities are a little less scared of it. I don't know. Anyway, somebody named Ian Fish responded, it will literally add confusion for their main customer base, XRP bag holders. Now people can no longer point out, but that customer isn't actually using xRapid. Well, okay, but still you can point out whether or not a customer is using on-demand liquidity, if that knowledge is public anyway. But Placed on Hodl responded, I am not a customer of Ripple. You are correct that they can't point out the use of xRapid. Instead, doubters, BTC maxis, and trolls will have to spew the words, but that customer isn't actually using on-demand liquidity, right? Which is what I was saying. Honestly, every time we cross paths, do your own research. And then Ian wrote, except the entire point of this is to muddy the waters. Now they can just say, Bank X is a Ripple customer, and it won't be clear whether they're using XRP or not. Yeah, but I'd argue that you already don't know, okay? Because most entities utilizing xRapid have not publicly announced, and they clearly don't want to, because to maintain a competitive advantage. I think that makes all the sense in the world. That's what I think anyway. So then Placed on How to responded, no, they literally have a page dedicated to it. Like it's the new word for xRapid. Have you been to their site lately? They completely redesigned it. And then Ian wrote, except it used to be that a bank would be using either xCurrent or xRapid. Now the press release will just be Bank X is using RippleNet. I don't know. If XRP is getting used, I think that's going to get through in the news. Placed on Hodl wrote, honestly, they say that today. It's typically the childish XRP holders beating them into submission until they say xCurrent or xRapid. If I were a business piloting RippleNet, I would have a very strong NDA, non-disclosure agreement. I don't 100% agree with your point, but I think it is a tainted position. So I get where they're coming from. But materially, I don't know that this is going to matter too much. If this is just going to make it easier for them to sell the products the way that they're positioning it now, then Ripple, have at it. That's cool in my book. I suspect it would have a lot to do with that, or entirely have to do with that, but I do want to hear from them. Quick shout out to XRP Crow, who on Twitter is at Status, STEDAS. Tagged me along with a bunch of other XRP community members in this, and the new version of the XRP Community Poster is finished, and it is quite beautiful. Take a look at this baby right here. And also, I feel like a totally legit XRP YouTuber, because take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. Oh, look at that. Your boy Moon Lambo in the YouTube XRP YouTuber section right here. I have made it. So I got a kick out of that. That's cool. So, and thank you very much for including me, XRP Crow. I do appreciate that. But it's just a beautiful looking poster. And so, if you're interested in getting one of these bad boys here, here's the site. And I guess you just go to status.hr. That's what it looks like here. And so I kind of scrolled through and read some of this. And so there's a couple ways you can go about this. You can physically have a poster mailed to you. There's also an option to download a digital version. So if you just wanted to print it locally, you do have that option as well. So really whatever you prefer. And this time, and I think this is the first time, I don't remember this in the last version unless I just missed it, but there's 2 different color options for this thing too. But man, it is just cool looking. So anyway, I wanted to just give a shout out. I love it when people are doing things in the XRP community, and so happy to highlight this now that it's out there. So I encourage everybody to just check this out. That's in the XRP community. All right, last piece for this video, and I got this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Sent it directly to my inbox. Thank you very much, good sir. I appreciate you always sending me information. Like this guy, he is all over it on a daily basis, sending me multiple pieces, and I could not be more appreciative. So thank you very much, XRP Crypto Wolf. So here's the piece titled, Venezuelans will soon be able to make crypto payments. Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro said that the country's government will activate a cryptocurrency payment method for citizens very soon. The method will enable new instruments for free national and international payments, allowing everyone to conduct banking transactions, Maduro said in a televised press conference as reported by Bloomberg on Tuesday. The finance minister and Venezuela's central bank have new instruments which we will activate very soon so that everyone can do banking transactions, as well as national and international payments through the central bank's accounts. Venezuela is working within the cryptocurrency world, Maduro said. Just last week, there were reports that the Central Bank of Venezuela was exploring adding cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin and ETH, to its international reserves. Venezuela also has a native state-issued cryptocurrency called Petro, which is backed by the country's oil reserves. Maduro recently attempted to convince other countries to accept the Petro as an alternative to the U.S. dollar in the oil markets and for global trade. So I found it fascinating. And also, in case you missed it in a recent video, Anthony Pompliano, co-founder of Morgan Creek Digital, believes that Venezuela, and he believes it's going to come out at some point, but he is absolutely convinced that the Venezuelan government is mining Bitcoin and that they're just hoarding it to try and get around U.S. sanctions and such. So take that for what it's worth. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say. All right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!